Have you heard that there's a alleged cure that's working with this HIV situation?
There's a cure for HIV?
Well, it depends on who's getting it.
Like Magic Johnson?
Well, I mean, they solved they cured 5 people so far.
Talk about this is real. Are you being for real?
I'm dead. I was reading, because I'll be reading sometimes.
How you hear about this and gay Twitter don't know?
I don't
gay
know.
Twitter. There's an HIV cure?
Well,
say more.
Stem cell research.
Okay.
They've cured.
Shout out to abortions.
Mm-hmm. Is that where it came from?
Yes, we need them.
Really?
Yeah, we use those cells for stem cell research.
Oh, I thought really?
Yeah. Look, all the niggas be like anti-abortion until they catch some shit and they need some stem cells.
Yeah, that's great. Well,
yeah, fake as hell. Right.
Well, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, so they say due to a blood transfusion, transportation, trans something.
Mm-hmm.
Not that trans.
Okay.
But
be careful. Careful. I felt a DM. I felt a DM pop up. Quick.
But yeah, so allegedly they cured 3 people using stem cell research. They was monitoring this guy, the 5th guy actually. Mm-hmm. They was monitoring this guy for about 10 years, and they have deemed him. They cured him of HIV.
He's in remission.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with undetectable.
Correct. He doesn't have it.
That's wild. When is it available to the public?
That's gonna take a while. It's commercialization and healthcare prices, inflation.
You're right.
And,
right.
Who's got the time?
You're right. I know there's a gay near that lab. You better do what needs to be done.
Do what you got to do, man.
All you scammers in Atlanta, with your powers combined, we can have it on the streets.
A black market HIV.
What?
It would be in Atlanta.
What? If we can fix the flat booties, we can get that. The Audacity.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Audacity podcast. Warren.
Yes.
Good to
Jamie.
see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Good
boy,
to see you.
Boy, you're looking slim. Boy, you're looking good.
You know what they call that? Intermittent fasting.
Intermittent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really good with words with that many syllables. Intermittent
fasting.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just really, you just be hungry.
Gotcha. I used to do that a lot as a child.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, my mama lost a job. We was intermittent fasting. Nigga, we was fasting, okay? She said, "You're hungry, pray."
What's going on? Should we talk to the people?
The people.
Yeah, they're here.
You know I be forgetting y'all here.
Because y'all don't really show up all the time.
Hello.
Usually y'all just used to listening to us. But today is a special episode. And we like to face-to-face thank you, or face-to-lens thank you for being here. We love you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Mm-hmm. Love and gratitude to the people.
Yeah.
Because this is our 100th episode.
What do you mean?
This is the 100th episode of the podcast.
Today?
Today.
This one?
This one.
Wow.
It's happening.
You did it.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Thank you for being here all those episodes. Y'all could have been anywhere else. You could have watched 100 episodes of Jerry Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm. You could have been on Google looking up bukkake. Don't.
What?
Don't look it up.
Have you seen it?
I have.
Okay, moving on. They're not here for that.
At all. At all, because it won't be happening here.
What's been going on with you, man?
I'm back in these streets. I got a new car.
Okay.
And when I say new, I mean used, but
streets.
new to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm back out here because I was carless since December, and it was hard, y'all. It's hard to thought and plot.
It's a humbling stage.
Humbling.
Mm-hmm.
And Uber is so expensive, y'all. Uber, y'all fucking wrong. Every Uber I got into, they was telling me all this money you charging us, and they ain't even getting none. They getting like a fourth of that money.
Damn.
This lady charged me like $50 to go somewhere, and she was like, "Yeah, I only made $10 on this ride." I said, "What kind of extortion?" Uber.
Yeah, that's crazy. They really got some slave practices over there.
Slave.
It's crazy. They were like, "Yo, drive him to Canada. We're gonna give you $25 for gas."
$25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and if he throws them in your car, good luck, bitch. Okay, because we will no longer reimburse. Yeah, I got a new car. I'm out here dating. Y'all heard about my speed dating tales. One of the guys that I met from speed dating, we went on 2 dates.
Okay.
We got another one planned next week.
All right.
How
did 2 dates go?
Really good. He's fun. He's cool. I like him. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also going on 2 more dates with 2 other people.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do
this weekend.
Man.
Yeah,
it's a numbers game at this point.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, we ain't got time.
Because I'm gonna get me a man this year.
Mm-hmm.
Mark my words.
You can do it.
I'm gonna try. And I got Beyonce tickets.
What? Come on, big money. all right.
Your boy about to be in Club Renaissance. I made it through the red tape.
That's crazy because everybody ain't able.
Nigga, I got 2 codes and I sold the other code.
I found out today that I was on the wait list because they sent me an email. They were like, "Hey, Jamie, you still on the wait list,
Not
brother.
you.
You just calm down.
Hold on.
You ain't going nowhere."
But we didn't forget about you.
Hey, we know you there. We know you want to go. They saw my name on the list.
You on the list, my guy.
I was qualified, but I wasn't chosen.
Yeah. We're going to Tampa this year because let me tell you, I got
Oh,
the
you
Tampa
going to Tampa?
Yeah, I got a code for Tampa and Seattle.
Mm.
And then after I bought my Tampa tickets, I got a code for Atlanta. Furious.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? Tampa's fine.
Would you want to go to Atlanta show?
Hell yeah. Tampa's stadium is outdoors.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Which I know a lot of our tours be, but I'm like, Mercedes-Benz is mostly indoor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they might open at top, but that's it.
They're not going to open the top for Beyonce.
And I hope they don't. Yeah. August, September.
Hot.
I'm going to be in Club Renaissance.
Yeah, you're going to be in there.
I can't wait.
I'm excited for you.
I'm planning my outfit right now.
It's gonna be a jam.
Glorious!
Jam session.
And just before, I know we're going to get to your recap.
Take your time.
I want you to hear me good, straight people who are coming to the Beyonce concerts. You will be a guest in this house. This album was for gay people, made by gay people, inspired by gay people. So when you come to this house of worship, you better act accordingly. You a guest. Don't you be looking at people because of their outfits. Don't be trying to make awkward comments. Don't be starting no shit. You are a guest. This album was not for you. Welcome to Club Renaissance. Gay music is everything.
Can people come if they're just coming to watch and not going to be, participating in like the songs or like the performances and dancing? Some people might just want to go and watch. That's cool too, right?
When you say watch, you mean like just sit down there and stare at her?
Yeah, it's a show.
It's an experience.
Oh.
It's called Club Renaissance. You ever go to a club and you see people just posted on the wall and they don't never move and you don't think, damn, that's a shooter? Because that's what I do. So if I see you at the concert and you sitting there and not reacting to what Beyonce is giving us, I'm going to think you are there for something despicable.
Something nefarious.
Oh, I like that. Nefarious. Those syllables.
Audiobooks.
Let me tell you, you better listen.
Yeah, man.
People say you gotta read. You can just listen.
Listen. Get you started. If you can't read, listen.
Okay. What have you been up to?
So I had an audition. There's a couple things that happened.
Okay.
So I had an audition, and I wrote a script with a friend of mine, and we had a table read of said script.
Okay.
And it was like at this workshop where a bunch of actors and writers get together. I've been going to the workshop about maybe a couple months now.
Okay.
After the table read, everybody was like, yeah! So they was really rocking with it. And everybody gave us like good feedback.
That's dope.
And they really enjoyed it. And there was one guy that was like, yo, man, I actually work, white guy. I don't know if you can tell from the accent.
Yeah, no, as soon as it changed, the cadence.
I actually work in the film industry. And I got to say, you guys this script was a lot better than a lot of the dialogue that I hear and that are for shows that are actually getting produced. So
we're aware.
Good job to you guys. I'm like, yeah, that's why we wrote it.
Okay,
that was the point.
Now now help us pitch this.
Exactly, bro.
Okay.
What's your name, brother?
Who are you working for?
But yeah, that was cool. You used to talk about you was dating. You've been dating.
I'm out here.
I got a number recently.
What?
Come on, man.
How was that?
Nostalgic. Because it's been a minute.
Good nostalgia?
What's that?
Good nostalgia.
Oh, yeah. I was, in a relationship for a while.
Right.
So, so now I'm back in these streets.
You heard him first.
Or at least on the block. I don't know about the streets. I'm on the block. And
Jamie, he in the streets.
The block is the streets. But yeah, it was cool. I was just, at, one of these places.
Period.
Can't tell y'all
don't.
Man.
And let me tell you, that's a smart street nigga right there.
Tell you everything,
that street code. He said I was out at a place.
I was out at a place and I met a person. So
people are listening to this. It was like, damn, she just rolled over to his block and just gave out the digits.
It's crazy. Also went on the Michelle Obama trail.
Dope.
Good time always. Good time.
Love that trail.
I think that's about it.
Elite.
Yeah.
Be careful May to June on that trail. Because that's snake breeding season.
What?
And them niggas be out there.
Snake breeding season?
Yeah, that's when they be mating. May to June.
Damn.
Yeah, early May to early June.
Damn.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way on Obama.
Snakes?
Snakes, nigga. Almost stepped on one. Menashe was like, don't do that. Yeah.
Okay.
And this lady rode past on a bike. She was like, y'all, the snakes are out today. It's May. It's their breeding season, May to June. I said, got it.
She's white.
She was black.
Wow.
Right.
Couldn't tell from the accent.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
I too was shocked.
All right.
We are not a monolith.
But they're not here for any of that.
You're right.
You guys need to know what's going on in the world.
Yes.
We know that.
World news.
Exactly. Speaking of world news.
Yes.
I got a train wreck going on.
Oh my God.
There was a train wreck.
What's her name? No, a different train wreck.
Different train wreck.
Rewind.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
No, but there was an unfortunate train wreck in Ohio.
Yes.
East Palestine.
East Palestine.
And usually they give you some preemptive numbers about hey, you guys, there was 8 people, 3 dogs.
Yes.
And so they gave us some early numbers, but it turns out that it's gotten way worse than they actually thought it was.
Way worse. Why is it every time I hear the word Palestine, it ain't good?
It's never a good time.
It's just never good.
It's never like, hey, man, you trying to go to that Palestine party?
Never.
It's never like, yo.
Palestine girl, what's going on?
Hey, don't name your daughters Palestine.
Don't do it. It's a mess. Yeah, no, I also read this article. For those of you who don't know, a train derailed and it released some toxic chemical into the air. Oh. The whole neighborhood had to be evacuated for miles and miles. And of course, it was runoff and all this stuff. So, of course, it polluted the area. And initially, they said it was 3,500 aquatic animals affected. And now it's up to 43,700 animals dead.
43,000?
43,700 animals dead.
What was in the air?
Nigga.
How many people? What is EPA? What y'all?
What
EPA, PETA, all the P's. What are y'all
all
doing?
the P's.
What's going on?
It's a mess.
That's crazy.
And you know what's crazier? When I first read this article, the first thing I thought about?
What's that?
I can't wait to see Little Mermaid. I just am very excited to see Chloe out there with the fish and you feel me?
Yeah, it's gonna be a light cast at that point.
No, it's sad.
Yeah,
I heard casting's not going great for Flounder. I heard the lead was actually living in East Palestine, and it's not giving. It's not. No, that's really tragic. And what the fuck going on with these trains?
Yo, what the fuck going on with everything, bro? Everything is just crazy. You can't visit no part of the world's story or news and it be something good.
Correct.
That's great. Well, you got the HIV news out there, so that's good.
Alleged.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We still.
I want to meet patient number 5. Tell at least 4. What nigga? What happened? Tell me.
Really want to meet patient number 6. That's the one.
Oh yeah, the one, because he currently being studied, or
she. He or she.
Child.
I don't know. Back in the world news.
Yes. Because this is CNN.
Ukraine.
Shout out to my girl Ukraine.
Ukraine crazy, bro.
Ukraine.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you.
This for you, Ukraine.
I ain't gonna hold you. How much y'all really need? How long are we gonna keep doing this?
Because we have given them so much money.
100 and hold on, let me look at my numbers.
Yeah, look.
113 billion.
Fact check.
Dollars. Come on.
But they don't want to forgive my student loans.
Come on, dog.
Nigga.
They called me about a mortgage.
Nigga, I contributed to that money that y'all gave them. That's my money.
Bruh, they over here asking me about student loan money, and they giving all the student loan money overseas.
And I know fighting a war is hard. Been in one, okay? I know it's difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, what y'all doing with that money? You're not fighting hard enough. Give me $146 billion, nigga. I will win. I'm going to win.
What Ukraine got? I ain't never been on vacation to Ukraine, but do they got some beaches? Do they got some resorts? I'm sure there's people there. I'm not saying they don't people. I respect all the people. I want everybody to to live and all the stuff.
Some of them, their president kind of fine to be living in a war torn area. Every time he pop up in his little fatigues, I'd be like, I ain't never seen no Russians look like that. All the Russians evil. Stranger Things, Terminator, Cold War.
Yeah. The dude that beat Rocky.
He was Russian too?
Hell yeah.
Oh God,
it's a mess.
And I don't never root for the white man, but damn it.
Bro, 146 billion was spent on over 20 years for the Afghanistan war.
Correct, I was there.
Yeah.
That's how much of that I got.
You still waiting on the VA
Waiting on the damn bit. God.
still waiting on his VA benefits, y'all.
We don't have to get into it.
But yeah, so it's just over 100 billion in a year.
A year.
I read in the news the other day that they sent like 4 tanks over there versus the Russian military.
How much it cost to build a tank? Because nigga, seriously, because I'm in
4 tanks, bro.
I can learn how to build a tank. What are they paying them niggas?
Bro, you can 3D print a tank.
You can.
That's what I'm saying.
You can.
You can, Ukraine.
Well, Ukraine, we since you got our money, we hope you win.
Hey, I'm rooting for you.
Don't do me like the Eagles did me.
What? The what?
The Eagles. You know they lost the Super Bowl.
No, I know that. You was an Eagles fan now?
No, I'm not an Eagles fan. No.
Sound like you was an Eagles fan.
No.
Sound like you was rooting for the Eagles out here.
No, listen.
Who's it?
I'm a Jalen Hurts fan. I wish he hurt me. Jalen, if you're still sad, call me.
Yeah.
I can cheer you up. Okay?
Yeah.
Also, he got a black woman manager. It's just, I just was rooting for them.
He's got a whole female team, actually.
Gang.
Yeah. Agent, manager, publicist, all the things. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assuming you watched the Super Bowl.
I watched the Super Bowl.
Okay, I know your team won.
It wasn't my team. Remember, it's not that I was rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs. Mm-hmm. Is it just that one of my ops is the Eagles fan?
Gotcha.
So I was like
rooting against them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So it could have been anybody.
Yeah, it really didn't make me know. Never mind.
Because you know who really won that night?
Who's that?
Rihanna.
What'd she do?
First of all, they interrupted her concert to play football. She was gracious. That's what she was.
True.
She let them have their little field time back.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see the halftime show?
I saw the halftime show.
Thoughts?
It was good.
Okay.
It was actually a really good show. I thought that while I was watching it, remember we was reporting it, I thought that there was going to be like, a couple more performances, like other people's coming out or something like that. But it wasn't. It was just her.
Enough.
It was enough. And she was on stage and, she almost fell a couple times. Well, it looked like she held that shit down because she was, strapped in.
Strapped.
Yeah. Her and her announcement.
Oh, let me tell you. And for those of you who doubted my girl thinking we're not going to get into the album, she just said that we are. And I don't give a fuck if it's lullabies. I will be dressed in my finest Oshkosh Bagosh.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
I'll be in my finest Carter wear. Ready to go to sleep at the concert. I can't wait.
She's going to be performing at the Oscars, too.
What?
Yeah. You know that?
No, I didn't.
Come on, man. I thought you were a Rihanna fan.
And I love award shows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Rihanna.
Yeah.
Oh, she gonna do the Black Panther song?
No, is that the Light It Up or what is it?
That's that movie with Usher. Light It Up, yes. Familiar with that.
But yeah, she's gonna be at the Oscars.
Okay, look, I'll be there. That's not my favorite song by her. I love her though. I can say that.
Yeah. Speaking of Rihanna, she was on the Vogue. She's got like a run. She's
back.
She's pouring out.
Welcome back.
So she's on the Vogue cover with ASAP and the first baby.
Correct.
I'm not sure of the baby's name. I don't want to put that baby name out there.
She hasn't released the baby's name.
Oh, we don't know
All
the baby
we
name?
know is Rihanna says she will not release the baby's name.
What?
Smart.
Interesting. All right. But did you see the geometry that was involved with?
You're talking about the fallout from
the fallout from the cover.
Oh my God, yes.
I don't see a lot of men and women on the Vogue cover. Usually it's like one person.
One.
So in my opinion, before we do kind of delve into it, in my opinion, ASAP really just being on the cover was already more than like she had to do, more than Vogue had to do, more than it was. But in my opinion, it was like a representation of like family as opposed to just what Hotep Twitter said it was.
Oh my God, niggas are furious. If you look at her foot on this shot, it showed you that that's the first family foot. She is now the chart. And I'm like, y'all, first of all, if you really want to break it down, there are matriarchal societies that have thrived. There's all kinds of societies. But y'all, why it can't just be a picture of her and her family? And also, no shade, if I'm Rihanna's baby daddy, I'm an icon.
Listen.
I'm an icon. Shot the club up twice.
2 times Tuesday.
Twice.
What are we talking about?
Both his kids on the cover. Y'all can eat it. Suck a dick.
I don't care what y'all saying.
Who are you mad at?
What are you talking about? They was like, yeah, if you see her vagina, it's bigger than the size of his head. And his penis is like tucked in. And they were like, yo, how long were looking at this picture, bro?
Obsessed.
It's insane.
Obsessed. And it's so interesting, like, because, she's a woman that makes, is a billionaire. I remember when, Oprah and Stedman, don't nobody give Stedman all this shit. Don't nobody care about Oprah and Stedman.
Who gonna listen to that?
Why y'all doing so much with Rihanna and ASAP?
Well, Stedman ain't came out with no rap albums.
He's a rapper?
No.
No, ASAP.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, he was
good for you, girl.
Who? ASAP?
Yeah, you know one of his songs?
Yeah.
Was it popular?
Pretty.
Can you do a little bit of it?
Nah.
Gotcha.
Nah.
When they hit.
ASAP. No, it's T.I.
Nice.
But I mean, yeah. So, in my opinion, I think no matter what came out when it came to the Rihanna thing, a lot of people didn't like her performance. They're like, oh, she didn't really do anything. It's like, one, she's pregnant.
Hella pregnant.
As fuck.
Feet swole. Bitch, I'm tired.
She had like all the cravings on stage. They had to redo her makeup three times.
The fact that the mic was on, I'd have been breathing hard as hell, and I'm not pregnant. I would have been up there like this, diamond, and the bitch was in the stratosphere. People are just not happy.
Yeah.
Y'all will never. First of all, most of y'all ain't even gonna get up there.
There was over 100 complaints to the FCC saying that the performance was too sexual. White people be yeah, bro.
The bitch had on 6 coats. Did you see her?
I saw her.
She had on.
Yeah.
And then she was wearing flat like sneakers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. And then all
white people not
all the dancers had on like a white garbage bag. Like it was, I don't know.
What kind of sex is white people having? This how I know something wrong with y'all.
I gotta get it together.
That's that bukkake.
Moving on. That is a great time to move on. I agree. So I got a topic here. You probably gonna have to intro this one.
Yes.
I got Stephanie Mills versus The Hive. She got bee stung or something?
She did get stung, and she didn't realize she had got stung, but she was definitely getting stung the fuck up. So she was recently on Vlad TV, which I was like, okay, Vlad, you got Stephanie Mills on there. And he was asking her, I don't know why niggas always want to compare Beyonce to like other people, but you know, it's common. And so he was like, oh, you know, could you compare Beyonce and Diana Ross? Because she loves Diana Ross. And she was like, no, there's not a comparison. Like, Diana Ross is an icon, a legend. She's like glamour personified. She said, and Beyonce is great, but you know, Beyonce, I don't think you can compare them because Beyonce is hip hop and Diana Ross is like R&B glamour. She said it's just not the same. She said, like, I grew up wanting to be Diana Ross. Like, Beyonce's great, but there's no comparison. Well, the Beehive didn't like that. The Beehive took it and assumed that because she said Beyonce is hip hop, like she was trying to like say, you know, something negative about her.
Right.
And so they started stinging the fuck out of Stephanie.
Wow.
Although, because Stephanie's a 66-year-old woman, she didn't know she was getting stung because she's not on fucking Twitter.
She ain't on Twitter.
She don't know. She didn't care. And also, she didn't really say anything that bad, y'all. It's her opinion. She didn't say Beyonce was not all these things. She's 66. Of course, she's not going to go to a Beyonce concert and be like, oh my God, I want to be her. Mm-hmm. No.
I got to say, this is Stephanie Mills' fault. What's she on Vlad TV for? She ain't never seen no Vlad TV interview. Who in her manager camp, they were like, yeah, we going to bring you on Vlad TV. It's going to be great. They knew, and because Vlad TV is known for them kind of like gotcha kind of interviews, and they only asked her about, you know, Beyonce because they know the old school singers usually have their own opinions of, you know, Beyonce and, you know, even today's culture. Like, it really could be, they could have asked about what y'all think about whomever, and it would have been something similar.
They ain't Shaka Khan.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
You know, it was like, what else did they expect? But also, you know, Stephanie Mills, what you on Black
Y'all,
TV?
first of all, grow up. Also, don't attack Stephanie Mills. She's a fucking icon.
Exactly.
She's a fucking icon. Put some respect on Stephanie Mills' name.
Right.
Per. Oh, we missed this, but I meant to ask you, you know, when we were talking about A$AP and Rihanna. Mm-hmm. You know, Rihanna's a billionaire.
Oh, right.
Billion. Mm-hmm. Could you date a woman that made significantly more money than you, and it was publicly known that she made more money than you, like everyone knows?
Yeah.
Period.
What's the
secure?
Secure, paid.
Stable. Period.
I don't know. You know, there's that whole insecurity that some, you know, it's like a societal insecurity when it comes to the male figure making like less money than the woman in the relationship or whatever, especially if it's known. You know, remember the episode from Martin where, you know, Gina was making more money than Martin.
Right.
It was the whole thing.
Right.
And
that was
really
such
like
a good episode.
Yeah, and I think that even really like carried over and some people learned from that and was like, well, actually, it really don't matter. And then other people was like, actually, Martin got a point. So it's like, both sides. But in my opinion, hey, wherever the money is coming from, if my dog makes more money than me, if Josephine gets a job, hey, that's my boo.
Period.
Go do what you got to do, girl.
Hell, I would date a woman that made more money than me. Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
And that's saying something.
A lot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was gonna ask the question about what if you were dating a guy and he made like more money than you. Mm-hmm. Do you ever think that it would ever come up in you all's just relationship arguments, debates, discussions, or would you ever feel like you couldn't act a certain way or do certain things because
he makes more?
Right.
I feel like finances is always a conversation in any relationship, right? It's probably the number one reason why most relationships end. Especially divorce. Like people, it's finances, kids, and I forgot what the other top 3 are. I definitely think it depends on the person, right? Like some people feel like money makes them who they are, and like it's a big part of like their persona. And sometimes it's because of the power that's associated with that. So I mean, like if you were a man that uses his money to like kind of like indebt you to him, yeah, that might be a problem for me personally. I just don't have that kind of personality. Like, nigga, I don't care what you have. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I prefer for every man I date to have more money than me. Yeah, I want you to have more because I like to learn things. Also, yeah, what Chloe say, treat me like I treat me. Okay,
is that what she said?
That's what she say.
Okay.
And that new Chris Brown just dropped. Y'all check it out.
All right, I think right now is a great time for a quick commercial break. What do you think? 100th episode, guys. We gotta take our time. Can't just rush into things. You know what I'm saying? So
it's the Capricorn way.
Until a couple minutes.
The Audacity.
And we're whoa!
Surprise!
We are back. Welcome back to the Audacity podcast. As you guys can see, we have a guest for the second leg of our episode. What's your name, sir?
I'm Dre Robinson. Thank y'all for having me, man. Local Atlanta actor, as well as an industry professional, bro.
Okay, yeah, we got an insider, guys.
Industry insider. We love those.
Yeah.
Yep. Were you at that Diddy party? No, I'm just playing.
NDAs, man. NDAs,
bro. So yeah, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself? You said you're an actor, and man. How long you been acting?
So I've been acting like consistently for about 10 years now, bro.
Hey man, if you lying, don't say it because
it's giving.
It's giving somebody lying. Like the lighting, you saw that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
All right, so maybe not. But you were saying I've been acting for a minute, and so I moved down here in Atlanta in 2014 and started to take it seriously. And that's where I met you once I started taking acting classes at Premier Actors Network with Dwayne Boyd. I think y'all had him on the show before, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, man. So Dwayne, he's been really a great mentor and been helping me, try to, navigate this journey, right?
Yeah.
And so I've been doing it for 8 years. And throughout that, like I started out background, did some extra work, but then I moved up into feature films and really started taking the craft more seriously. And I've been going ever since. Now I'm working for a major studio here in Atlanta.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Just finding my way.
That's what's up.
We love to see it.
You also studied filmmaking a little bit, right?
Yeah. So I went to the Georgia Film Academy here in Atlanta. It's a great trade program that gets people the experience to work in the field. This is an ever-growing industry here. And started out, I did some internship work for BT Network, for Stars Network, and a few public access channels here and there. And so really just started to build my resume and build my experience, and shit, man, I've been going ever since then.
That's dope, man.
Period.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Well, since we have you, before we get into some of our more topics, I have a question. This is another little last pop culture thing that happened recently. So there was a podcast, don't know the name of the podcast, and there were these women discussing how they don't think straight men should be smoking hookah. They really were discussing a list of things that they don't think straight men should do because it gives off feminine energy.
Interesting.
Saucy Santana saw the clip. The clip's going viral. He jumped in. He was like, I agree with those girls on the podcast. Straight men should not be smoking hookah. Only gay men can be smoking hookah. You should be somewhere smoking like a blunt or some shit. That's all.
A black and mild.
That's it. That's all y'all can be smoking. And so I'm just right. And so I'm just like interested. You know, since both of you are two straight men, it just seems like the list of things y'all can't do changes and grows every day. How do y'all have you smoked hookah? Do you think y'all should not be smoking hookah?
Yeah,
like,
man, let me put my business out there.
I apologize.
I feel attacked.
Have I smoked hookah? Yes. Do I believe straight men should smoke a hookah? Not really. I don't think hookah's good for you. Like,
it's terrible for you.
Those tubes are disgusting.
Yes.
Those restaurants don't be cleaning them properly.
The tobacco.
The whole tobacco. I didn't even get to the tobacco situation, but the tobacco. Really, these young ladies are looking out for straight men, and they want us to be our healthier selves.
Protect your health, king.
You know what I mean? But as far as the list of things that straight men should or should not be able to do, otherwise they'll lose their their straight badge.
Badge.
I mean, I don't know. What else? Who cares? You know what I mean? So the thing is, what I do during the day doesn't affect what I do during the night.
Yeah.
Does that? Because now if a woman doesn't want to get with me or a guy or a straight guy because he's smoking hookah, that's her prerogative.
Facts.
So they're the only ones that can make that decision, in my opinion.
Facts.
What about you, man? What do you think? You be doing hookah out here?
No, I don't do hookah. I actually don't like it, but it's not because of that reason.
Right.
I mean, listen, man. Do you want allies or not? Do you at this point? I mean, because if you keep on dictating men's masculinity and making them feel uncomfortable, how comfortable do you think we're gonna be around y'all? I mean, it's already it's hard,
gay people and
but
women?
it's just bigger fucking problem. It's gay people and women,
right.
because
you
gotta protect black women, but damn, I can't smoke hookah in the club. But also, you're also hurting the hookah economy because here's the thing.
This is uncapitalist.
You're hurting the hookah girls because guess what? Now the hookah price is gonna go up because y'all done told niggas we can't smoke it,
For sure.
and we the ones been buying it.
I think they'll go down though if nobody's ordering it. The prices.
Well, they're gonna go up for all the girls and the gays that
This
smoke.
could be a whole ploy. And let me tell you, I'm a gay. I can't smoke hookah. Y'all know I smoke. And so it's just not the same. Like hookah, it be making me lightheaded. I be coughing way too hard. I can't really
You can't do the tricks.
But I think it was a joke, man.
You can't really blow it.
I was about to say I can't really suck all the smoke down there. And so yeah.
That's a first.
And so it would. I just think it's hilarious how it feels like straight men have to constantly prove their heterosexualness and then also make sure they're not violating any of the new rules.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that shit's crazy. Remember, Pass Me the Hookah was a whole song.
Pass Me the Hookah.
With that Tiger or somebody.
Yeah. Well,
was it Rich Homie Quan?
Something, I don't know.
Something, or was it Young Thug?
It could have been.
It was Thug.
I don't know.
It was
It
Thug.
could
It could have been.
It might have been.
I mean, I don't know, man. The rules change every day. You can get penalized as a straight man by doing anything.
Don't smile, nigga.
Right. Why you put your seatbelt on?
Hey, why you laughing?
Why you got your seatbelt on?
Why you got your seatbelt on? You trying to be safe out here?
Safe driver? Gay!
It's gay.
That's hilarious.
It's crazy. I don't know, man. I think to say something is only for gay men or the gay community, isn't that
that it's feminine being
or feminine
keyword?
Isn't that? But
I'm gonna be real though.
Isn't that kind of a little homophobic?
No, it is homophobic.
Regardless of who says it,
facts.
It's okay. One, the women are being homophobic because they,
For sure.
oh, this is a girl thing. What y'all doing?
For sure.
And I don't know.
Look, I ain't gonna down the hookah hill. Y'all can have it. Smoke away. You feel me? That's just one less thing I gotta purchase.
Yeah, it's $25. That's out the door. You know, hookah went up. To your point, dog.
Inflation, bro.
But yeah, I was just curious.
I can buy some eggs with that.
Not eggs. So now, since we have an industry insider,
Yes.
I think it's a great time to bring in our favorite segment of the show.
Okay.
You ready for it?
I'm ready.
You know what it is?
I do not.
Tell them no.
He said,
I don't know what it is.
Real motherfucking news.
I love real
shit.
news.
It's real news.
My favorite.
It's better than fake news.
It's
better than.
It is better than fake news.
I'm good with that.
So this is where we talk about movies, TV shows, things that we're watching, things that's happening in the industry, and you know, things of that sort.
For sure.
All right.
Because it's Black History Month.
Today?
We still in Black History Month.
Is that today?
It's been all month.
Oh, it's the month.
The month. We got a month.
We get a month.
Gang.
Couldn't tell.
The shortest one.
But we got
We
it.
get one.
Yeah.
Okay. It's longer than some of this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Black History. So I want to talk about like some Black TV shows that have come out recently. The Upshaws season 3, very good. If you're looking like for a family comedy, really gives me like good times vibes. Like I feel like we don't really have something like that out right now. So their season 3 just dropped. The Miss Pat Show also, their season 3 just dropped. I think yesterday. Bel-Air season 2, which y'all know I really did not want to like that show because I don't really like a lot of these remakes. It's good as fuck. Really excited to start that. Some more Queen of Comedy. She just had a Netflix special drop.
Some more?
Some more.
Wow, she gave us some more, huh?
She did. And it was pretty good. I was like, dang, I forgot you was funny, girl. You've been gone for so long.
Yeah.
Speaking of some more, Monique, the trailer for her Netflix special drop. It comes out April 4th. That should be interesting. That should be interesting.
I think I'm out.
You don't want to see it?
It's not that I don't want to see it. It's not that I don't want to see it. If I could consume it without seeing it, that's the future. If I could consume it without having to actually decide to watch it, I would. Like nowadays, I feel like with comedians and all the drama around their like them delivering their comedy, now watching the comedy is like a decision on like the stance or whatever.
That's
like,
real.
Whether it be Dave Chappelle or I don't know if you know Kevin Hart, he's not able to perform in Egypt for the first time. It's gonna be his first show in Egypt, but because they don't like some of his content as far as blackness or whatever, they cancel his stuff. So I mean, not that particular thing, but it's like when you mentioned earlier, but like when celebrity or like the news outside of the art kind of overshadows what they're doing, is like
it taints it.
It taints it. You know,
for sure.
I watched like a Dave Chappelle special, and the special was like less interesting than some of the actual news around it. So it's like I'm gonna just.
That's interesting, man.
I feel that.
That's interesting. For me, I feel the opposite because in the industry, it's like no such thing as bad publicity, so to speak. I mean, of course, like there's some hard lines, like some hard no's, but like the fact that we're talking about Monique, the fact that we're talking about like Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, it makes people want to maybe who hadn't seen it see what was so bad about what they did and what they said. So you know what I'm saying? It draws traffic from a business standpoint, but like I understand where you could be conflicted on a personal level. I mean, for Monique, I just think she's brilliant, and it is unfortunate, like sometimes some of the drama she gets into, but at the end of the day, she's just giving her perspective and telling her truth, and like I can't let that dictate and overshadow all the good shit and all the good work she's turned in, and the good work is to come.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? She's hilarious.
I love Monique.
Yeah.
I've seen her do stand up live. She was very funny. Very excited to see it come out. To your point, I hope the stand up is not just a bunch about what we already know in the news. I hope a lot of it's like commentary on like new stuff that's happening. You know what I'm saying? Something refreshing.
You don't want to hear about Oprah and Tyler Perry.
I
That's
don't
obvious.
care.
That's obvious, right? Like, well,
They've
the
been
whole
beefing.
Precious beef and her
Monique?
being blackballed
For years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes.
You didn't know that? Oh,
I stay out of it. I ain't got time.
Yes. So it'll be interesting to see. But that's your Black History TV for the month. We get into
yeah,
it.
man.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for a lot of those shows, man. Especially like Bel-Air. I'm a huge Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fan, and like Will Smith is like when I look When I talk about like the actor and the artist that I want to be like and where I draw inspiration from is Will Smith and like Jamie Foxx. And I think like so high of those guys, man.
So you like Jamie Foxx as an actor?
I like Jamie Foxx as an actor and as an artist. Okay, I see some. Jamie is not Team Jamie.
What's up, man? Hey, Jamie's Team Jamie. Go ahead.
Not Fox though. But like, I think Jamie Foxx is a dope actor.
I also love his albums.
And I love his music. Okay. Yeah.
I think he's got great comedy.
Beautiful gowns.
Yeah.
Beautiful gowns.
I'm not gonna get into the Jamie Foxx thing.
Period.
Obviously.
Watching.
But we're watching. What am I watching?
He was telling me about a trailer you saw about a bear.
Oh yeah. Cocaine Bear. I'm really looking forward to that. So I don't know if you know, there's this movie called Cocaine Bear. It's basically about a bear that does cocaine. That's really what happened. But you may not know, it's a true story. It's got a lot of star-studded people in the movie.
Yep.
I believe I can't remember his name.
Ray Liotta's last.
Ray Liotta. That's what I was thinking.
This his last
movie.
screen appearance.
Yeah. So
he retired.
He died. He retired from life.
That little. Wow. Okay. It got a little darker.
All right. I'm sorry. Woo. All right, man.
But yeah, Ray Liotta died.
I gotta Google who that is. I feel so bad.
The guy, Goodfellas.
So Goodfellas, yeah. Man, Ray Liotta.
Is that a biopic?
Yes.
I'm out. It's Cocaine Bear, a biopic. You said it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Loosely.
Yeah. Well, it's a Bears. I mean, it's a biopic. I mean, I don't.
So it's a bear that.
So a bear did some cocaine. Well, okay. So clarity back in the 80s.
Yes.
Some cocaine was. I'm not sure if it was found or confiscated, but this bear got into it. And I ain't gonna tell you the end of it, but a bear does a lot of cocaine. It's not gonna be pretty.
Antics.
Yeah. Hijinks ensue.
I definitely want to see that. I'm very intrigued.
Yeah, you would think like I'm hearing like really rave reviews about it, and like you would think something like Cocaine Bear, like how could this be, a good movie?
Right.
But I'm hearing some really good stuff, but I can't wait to go see it.
I think it's like, when Sharknado and all those other movies came out, like that's the vibe I'm getting,
Gotcha.
And like, it's like one of those, cult things where people like, hey, you ain't seen Cocaine Bear?
Right.
That kind of situation.
Got it.
That HBO show, The Last of Us, are y'all watching this?
It's my shit, man.
It's so good.
Y'all rocking with it?
It's so good.
I ain't watched it.
No.
People watch stuff, and I can't watch what everybody watching. Otherwise, who's gonna watch the other stuff? You know what I mean? Like,
True.
Who's gonna watch Columbo season 7?
Gotta give it the love.
That man was like
Dragnet.
How could you not watch Last of Us? Like I'm not judging, but
not everybody has HBO, so it's not.
All right, man. We're gonna hook you up with the
stream
password.
shame. If
We're gonna hook you up with the max password.
So stream shaming over there. But yeah. So Last of Us is based off a video game, right?
Yes.
And it's about 7 episodes, 6 or 7 episodes.
Yes. Yeah, 6 are out right now.
What's it about?
So.
Exactly.
I was about to come out of character, y'all. You got a kid that's supposed to be staying in a child's place. But yeah, so essentially it's about a hypothetical situation where the Earth gets warmer, and we have all these theories about like why viruses and certain bacteria are dangerous. But this one scientist was saying like fungi are what we really should be concerned with because there are fungi that can control like living organisms and like force them to do like what it wants to do, and they slowly eat you. And so currently they can't exist in the human body because of our body temperature. But if the world gets warmer, then they can evolve, and then
it ain't off the table.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's a biopic?
It's giving based on future events.
Exactly.
It's definitely giving
Contagion.
Yes.
Stuff like that. It's based off. It's a video game adaptation, which usually video game adaptations don't do too well on the live screen.
For sure.
Mario Brothers, the original one, and then but this one, man, it's just dope. And the video game itself was so story driven, which is why a lot of people loved it. And then to watch this show and for them to kind of take parts of the story and like further dive into it, it's really great, man. And it's not about like there's zombie elements, but it's really about like the human experience because like after all is said and done, there's still gonna be a few of us walking around, and you know, some people, you know, we click up. We tend to click up, you know, and some people like, you know, some people will go far.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The acting is God level acting.
Okay,
like
it's
God
fire.
tier acting.
It's fire,
and it's shot slick like a movie. It doesn't feel like you're watching a TV show.
Okay.
Like the first episode, I think is an hour and 30 minutes. Like it is literally like a movie.
You're losing me.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Okay, I'm gonna take your word.
Oh, bro, this is
All right, I might
you gotta
check it out.
see it, man.
I
That
might check
first
it out.
episode, woo!
Yeah, no, it was really good. Speaking of movies, Marvel fans, Ant-Man Quantumania is out.
Oh yeah.
It is the beginning of Phase 5. You know your boy saw it. I'm a Marvel head.
All day. That's what we got you.
It is probably my second favorite Ant-Man in the trilogy. The second Ant-Man movie is probably my least favorite. The first one is great.
That's fair.
The third one was pretty good. It introduced a lot of like new characters. You can definitely tell it's a baton pass to like the new superheroes that are going to be fighting against the new big bad. Kang, played by Jonathan.
Majors.
Yeah. So I can't really say his name without my knees buckling. Hey, for those of you listening, if you know him,
It's a Candyman situation.
if you know him, he's delicious. If you know him, hey, I love you. He was amazing. I thought he was like decent in Loki. He kind of came in at the end of season 1 of Loki, and you kind of get to see like his first variant of Kang. This one, yeah, he's just a great actor.
Was he? So I'm at Thanos.
Thanos,
Right, Thanos.
Yeah.
Did he bring that like, oh shit, he might end it all? Like were you scared of Kang?
Yes, especially because as far as we knew, there was only one Thanos. Now we know because of variants and like the multiverses, there's like variants of everyone. But the Kang variants, they are the reason that the timelines have been collapsing and changing. Like they are like, they control it. They are the big bad.
Yeah.
They're essentially gods in their universes.
Interesting.
And they know that they can wield this power. And so it's interesting. But
He was the first one to figure out, like, you know, the timelines, alternate timelines, the multiverse. And so, like, he took advantage of that, and he wants to conquer all timelines and create one straight, infinite timeline.
Oh, wow.
And so, but, like, it's dope that first we got a black man doing that.
For sure.
You know, and he's so talented that, like, he gets to, like, showcase different variants and his range. Like, Jonathan Majors is, like, I was getting concerned for, like, talent, you know what I'm saying, and, like, movie stars. But, like, Jonathan Majors, especially after Lovecraft Country, did y'all watch that?
Yeah.
Bro.
Look, even before that, The Last Black Man in San Francisco, the first movie I ever saw him in, he is brilliant in that.
Yeah.
I mean, his range is crazy.
Him and Brian Tyree Henry, you know who I'm
He's
talking
yeah.
about?
Yeah.
That boy, crazy.
ATL, Atlanta.
Yeah.
So are you looking forward to, like, okay, I guess he obviously lives at the end of the thing. I'm not gonna ask about any spoilers for Ant-Man, but
No, we can spoil it because y'all should have been saying it.
I'm just kind of curious, like, was that Paul Rudd's like last?
Hoorah.
Yeah, and like was
You
like
want me to tell you?
yeah, sure. I'm probably not.
No. Ant-Man, he'll be back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. That's an answer.
Yeah. And to be honest, because I know there's so many variants of Kang, I did not think this one particular variant was going to be the one that like ended it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So was this like a movie was this like one of the best Marvel movies? Because you're like, this is one of your favorite Ant-Mans.
Yes, one of the best Marvel movies. No, not even close.
Okay.
Oh,
There's so many of them, to be honest.
Right.
And there are like,
Great ones.
I mean, great. You
Right.
feel me? And so, no, it's not the greatest one. It is a great reintroduction to some of the characters that you loved and a lot of the newer characters that the baton will be passed to. I'm very excited for Phase 5. I think it's going to be lit.
Okay.
I'm gonna be real, man, with Marvel, like, I don't love it.
Ant-Man?
No, just Marvel, period.
Oh, okay.
I think like the end games and like it was cool. I really appreciate that first phase, how they had that played and set it up. But like when I revisit some of the movies, I'm like, oh, they ain't really. To me, I don't think they aged that well.
Okay.
I just don't.
I'm curious if the superhero world, if Marvel's gonna be able to like sustain greatness because they've been great for in the superhero world
over a decade.
And like one, can they sustain it while others may be trying to top them?
Because James Gunn, Guardians of the Galaxy, their last movie's coming out. He is now the Kevin Feige of DC.
Exactly.
And I don't know if y'all saw that Flash trailer.
I have.
Nigga.
That looks
what?
Gonna be a banger. Yeah.
And I did not want to support this movie at all. Ezra Miller, he's a whole nutcase.
It's a mess.
But just like DC in general, their movies be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, y'all got. Yes, they're terrible.
I'm a big DC fan, and like
the animated series be good. The movies are terrible.
Movies are not
good.
I haven't seen
Suicide Squad. I didn't love them.
Oh my god, awful.
Well, the first one I didn't like that one.
Right.
But like it was,
the second one was a little better. Anyway, they're not great movies. They're not Marvel movies. They're just they don't have the same
Man
reach.
of Steel. I like Wonder Woman. The first one.
Yeah, Wonder Woman was good.
I loved them.
The first one.
Let's be honest. Like the action, the tone was right. I love Batman versus Superman.
Oh god.
It was
wow.
I'm gonna tell you what it was. Because it's more story driven.
No, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? It cinematically and it was great, and it delivered one of like the best Batman fight sequences I've seen on camera. And
outside of the Dark Knight series.
No, I ain't like the Dark Knight fight sequences.
All right, okay, well,
I like Joker, but like I didn't love Christian Bale as Batman.
No, he's a great Bruce Wayne.
Right, but like the fight sequences, like to me, like they were very choppy, so I couldn't quite see the follow through the physical combat. It was a lot of jump cutting.
No, I feel you. Yeah. I feel like that's all DC movies.
Not all of them. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like the Wonder Woman, that first Wonder Woman.
It was
first Aquaman.
I did like the first
$1 billion movie.
Yeah.
Let's see, Man of Steel. I loved that Man of Steel. I like the realistic approach and grounded approach to Superman and how he struggled with being human. Batman versus Superman. I love the angle of old Bruce Wayne seeing the destruction of an alien. And it's the introduction of Superman. And like, I gotta take this dude out because he has the power to demolish buildings and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Being real skeptical because Batman's always brooding and skeptical of everybody. It was really good. And it had a lot of substance, but I think it was because we got like the Marvel honeymoon where it's like, oh, this is what comic book movies should be. The stark contrast for somebody who prefers something that's more adult.
And I feel like you can do it though. Like for example, Watchmen. Watchmen is a stellar film, visually stunning, very compelling story, very compelling characters. Even the series of Regina King was amazing. Like really drew you in. And DC, and that is very different from what Marvel does. I just kind of feel like DC, for the most part, in their canon of movies, they fall short a lot of the time.
I think they do a lot of telling us instead of like showing us in the films. They make it dark they make it like visually dark as opposed to creating like a dark environment or like the stories are dark, because Batman's stories are already dark. They don't have to turn the lights out also. So
I like Saturday morning cartoons. Y'all like Saturday morning cartoons, and that's fine.
You don't have to minimize what I like just because I have a disagreement. But the thing is, I don't think they do a wonderful job of introing the characters also. It's like, they'll bring the story and it's like, oh, hey, this is already happening. It's like, okay, well,
I agree with that.
Who the fuck is this guy?
They should have had some solo movies ahead of time, but like, I thought that
it was trying to catch up.
It was a choice.
Yeah,
it was a choice.
Yeah, I definitely think there's a lot of
potential. But I don't think it was that bad.
Right.
People like
I definitely think when you compare it to Marvel, it is like, but just if there was no Marvel and I was watching these, it would be easy for me to compare it to like the Green Lantern. That's also DC. That's terrible. So Fantastic Four, like not all those movies are great, and that's Marvel. Well, Sony at the time.
But they went MCU.
And some of the Spider-Mans that Sony. Oh, like you can. I think that's fair. I do think there's potential, and I'm excited to see where they go.
Yeah, should be something. Speaking of seeing where they go.
Yes.
Now it's time for Cross Capricorn, one of our new segments.
Yes.
Of the podcast. And feel free to jump in here. I'm going to explain what Cross Capricorn is in a second.
I'm a Scorpio, man.
That's fine.
Oh, you know about being cross.
Right, you've been cross before. You got the stingers.
Yeah, I know that.
So Cross Capricorn is basically just a segment where we discuss a time where somebody's crossed us. and the revenge that we partook on them allegedly, which cannot be proven in a court of law.
Right.
But Warren has a story today for us.
I do.
Feel free to start thinking about one if you got one.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Yeah. So this is from college. There was this guy I was dating. He was my college boo. That was my man. Everybody knew. And he had cheated on me with one of my friends' friends. Like, had brought the nigga down to school. I was coming out of his apartment, and him and the nigga were pulling up. And I said, "What's going on?" Because I had a key.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Yeah, blah blah blah, blah, blah," trying to show it in front of the nigga. I said, "You trying to show it like I don't be here?" I said, "No, we're trying to impress your new nigga showing out." So college me, I've healed. I've been to therapy. College me was quite vengeful, and so while we were dating, he had tried to become Greek. He didn't make it. And one of his friends at the time, they had fallen out because his friend had became Greek and kind of distanced himself from him, and it was just like a thing. And he was really butthurt about that. And
butthurt.
It was butthurt. And so his friend, when I found out he had cheated on me, I was like, cool. I was just like, you know what? I ain't gonna trip. It's cool. And then he was like, I don't know what I was thinking. Of course, the niggas come back. I don't know what I was thinking. I said, me either. Yeah, no, all is cool. And so yeah, I fucked his nemesis.
Who's that?
The guy that became Greek and his old friend. I sure did. And I got text messages and all kind of freaky shit. And I just left my phone in his apartment for him to find it.
Wow.
Left it there.
Unlocked.
Wow, man.
And then he showed up. I was at a friend's house. He showed up there, and because he had texted our friend, and he was like, "Tell Warren to come downstairs. I got his phone." And he pulled up in his car, and he threw my phone out the window. He's like, "I saw the text messages, and you wrote me." He drove off, and I just don't play with it.
Don't cross the Capricorn.
Don't play a player, man.
Don't play with it.
You're gonna lose every time. Man.
Yeah, I said, you like to play? I can play too.
Yeah.
I won. Checkmate.
All right.
Okay.
Did he? Did you ever see him after that? Did he? What was there like a conversation, like a follow up, or was it like, oh, that was y'all had y'all put y'all stance out there and that was pretty much
That's the nail in the coffin for me.
Yes.
I picked up my phone, dusted it off, and kept texting that nigga.
Hey man, revenge.
But I have healed on the theory. Now I know how to be like, that hurt me, that you cheated on me, and I'm gonna leave you instead of destroy you emotionally.
Yeah, you make different choices.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Thank you. But don't play with it.
You got any cross Scorpion moment?
Man, I don't want to incriminate myself.
I understand. Yeah, it makes sense.
Alleged.
Yeah.
I would like to dive a little bit deeper into you.
Okay. Oh, okay. Hey. This is a family show.
No, it's not actually.
If your family's watching it, thank you.
You wow. No, but I would like to kind of get your take on. We were talking a little bit about films,
Yes.
and I kind of wanted to get your take on what kind of you mentioned Jamie Foxx and Will Smith and people like those kind of guys, kind of the ones that inspired you,
Right,
or
you judge
kind of
me.
wanted to.
Go ahead. You judge me.
100%. But what kind of movies kind of really inspire you? Outside of superhero movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What kind of movies really do you enjoy watching?
Man, so I love
that you can see yourself being in.
I love comedies. I love action. I love the spy genre. I think that's something it hasn't been explored or tapped into as a black, for black spy and espionage.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because you can't tell me ain't no damn black spies out there.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Or people of color, because we're the most unseen. We can infiltrate so many places.
For sure.
Josephine Baker.
You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's something I would want to explore and be a part of. And then I just fucking enjoy watching for real.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So, stuff like that.
Okay.
I mean, a little horror, especially around Halloween, trying to get in that spooky mood. So I finally revisited Freddy Krueger and Jason and all that. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Mm-hmm.
I love scary movies, but
I don't think I would actually act in a horror movie.
Okay.
Unless it was a Jordan Peele, which is something more
thriller.
It's more of a psychological thriller.
Right.
I wonder when you be acting in those movies, do you even really be scared? Because I would be terrified. Don't come around the corner. Don't be, I gotta use the restroom, you coming out the trailer, stop. Because you need to, I know this is pretend, back up.
Have you been on the set of a horror movie at all? Or a horror?
I've been on some pretty bad sets, which was horrible. But not intentionally. No.
Okay.
I have a question. When did you know that you wanted like to be an actor? Like where like in films? Like what is like the moment that you can recall where you were like, yes?
It's gonna sound crazy, but Power Rangers and all that.
That's lit.
I didn't know exactly quite the path to get there and stuff like that, but like it was something that always intrigued me to see, like just that creativity. And I remember like some of my fondest memories is like me and my family just watching TV together, so those things is what made me want to kind of get in that space. But it took me a while to realize that. So I went through radio, I went through musical theater, all these different avenues, even music. I tried out for making a band. I tried out for American Idol, because I can sing.
Right.
So I like music. And so like, that's when I tried musical theater to merge those things, the best of both worlds, because I do like storytelling. And
do you have a favorite musical?
Do I have a favorite musical? Not a musical. I do have like a favorite play, which is like Raisin in the Sun. I love Raisin in the Sun. But yeah, like musicals, not for real, and that's why I didn't stick with it long.
Right.
Because I felt like a lot of musicals that I would partake in were very white centric, and I just couldn't connect. Like Shakespeare music, Cinderella, Rodgers and Hammersteins, and all these other, Hairspray and all that. It's just
the classics.
The classics. Yeah. So, yeah.
No, that's real.
The Wiz. I always want to be in the Wiz.
Oh, so good. It's coming back.
It is.
It is to Broadway.
Oh
yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. Maybe
they're currently working on
it. I need to get somebody on the phone.
Look, for sure.
But yeah, man, like so. I think I went on a tangent.
No, let me ask you a question. I was just gonna follow up with, since you work in the industry. Currently,
yeah.
What's something that you have discovered on this side of the industry that you weren't aware of as an outsider?
As an outsider, so like it's still like a lot of work to do as far as representation.
I can hear you.
It's still a lot to do. And a lot of strides to make as far as representation and us being in the room. Because, one thing I do see working with different productions, when I look onboarding them and all of these things and sitting in meetings and shit, it's that a lot of us are not in the rooms. A lot of us are not heads of a lot of these different departments. And you look through these production offices and it's just predominantly white, and then how they get away with it, they say POC, and then they don't hire necessarily black people, they hire, Asians, Latino, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, but like that falls under the POC category, but I never really see a lot of us, and so I've seen some productions, I've been blessed to see some that's making that way, but it's still like a long way to go, man. And so for me, that's something I would love to see, and like whatever way I can try to get people on that has skills that would work in this field, because I mean it's a lot of us out here talented, and I'm seeing a lot of opportunities just go to people because they know somebody.
Right, yeah.
The mediocre whites.
Yeah. We hear a lot about, nepotism, especially in Hollywood, lately. Jamie Lee Curtis, she's been talked about for her nepotism and how she's come up, but I'm like, you're also Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, she did enough work on her own.
She's like, I'm also talented.
Right, yeah.
And to be honest, like, I ain't got no problem with nepotism. Because when niggas get up there, y'all better put your people on.
I'm telling you.
Period.
Exactly. And I don't have a problem with that either. Because, I mean...
But there does need to be more equity.
Well, yeah, for sure. And that's what I'm saying, because there's a lot of talented people out here who go to school in fashion that can do costume design, that can be set decorators and set design and be the heads of the art departments. There's a lot of black architects and people of that nature, but they're not in these spaces.
Right.
And so, even on black films, a lot of black films, the talent in front of the camera is black, but behind it is still leaves a lot to be desired. So, that's something like that I would that I've seen that I would love to change, and hopefully I can do something to kind of point people in the right direction and be a bridge. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's point of contact.
Yeah, I mean, just by giving people this information, you're already kind of opening people's minds up to be like, oh wow, actually that's a great point. I even because people don't like you already mentioned it. People don't sometimes even think about being in that space.
They got the skills.
And have the skills.
That's the crazy part.
There's set decorators or interior design people that never even thought about film or the industry or those roles are needed. You know what I mean? As far as your acting, what's one of the proudest moments you had as an actor, where you looked at it, even if it's early on or something like that, where you're like you look at your work and you're like, oh wow, that's actually dope.
Man, my proudest moment is being class because that's where I get to be the most creative and like have the freedom to explore different characters and things and I love those nights when they hit. Also like doing different shows and showcases, like improv showcases. Man, like I love that because I'm really good in the space to where I can just freestyle it and don't have the restraints of trying to tell somebody else's story. I can just create a story based off somebody I might have seen and like that's an interesting character. Let me make up a scenario about their life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Something like that. But like my most proudest moment was booking a feature film, a comedy. I was supporting, and I got to go to Philadelphia and New Jersey for the first time to film, and I was with some comedy greats. Shout out to Earthquake and Donnell Rawlins, which is Chappelle's show.
Okay. Ashley Larry.
Yeah, so I'm waiting on that to come out whenever that come out.
What was the name of the project?
It was called Bedridden.
Okay.
Yeah. So coming soon.
Nice.
But yeah, that was a highlight because I had that audition before the pandemic, and then like pandemic hit, and I ain't hear nothing. So 2 years later, somebody hit me up and say, "Hey, you remember when you auditioned for?" I'm like, "No." But tell me, and then I was like, "Oh yeah." Well, we actually changed the location. We're gonna be in Philadelphia, and we want to let you know you booked the role. Director really liked you, and it was a really proud moment because it's just like all the work that I've been doing, it's a paid gig,
right?
All the favors I've done, all the seeds I planted finally taking sprout.
Amen.
And I got to try to keep up with the momentum and just keep giving. Because work gets work.
Yeah.
Hello.
Do you remember the role?
Yeah. I was
Tell us a little bit
Kentrell.
about your role.
Yeah, man, I was Kentrell. I was the male nurse. I was the only nurse that had the most lines.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Head
But
nurse.
like, I was a male nurse. I was a hustler. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, I was just a male nurse. This guy.
You said you was a hustler?
Yeah, because I
slanging
I
ideas.
I did a little shady shit.
Okay.
Which you will see. I don't want to get too many
Okay.
spoilers.
Yeah. You want to spoil it? Yeah.
But yeah, like I had a good time, and he was LGBT character, but this is what I want to say about that because I know there's a conversation about like
straight actors playing gay characters.
Yes, like I think that if you're not playing somebody as a caricature, and just playing the person, there may be some little physical characteristics, but it's not making a mockery. I think you should do it because I think that gay actors should play straight roles. There have been plenty of gay actors, not a lot,
and
still some work to do on that piece that play straight actors, and it's really you just being a person at the end of the day. So like, I hope, I did service to my brothers and sisters. I hope I didn't offend anybody, but I had a great time doing it, man, and just playing a real person and just bringing my twist to it.
That's what's up.
All right, what's next?
I think that's it, man. I think we can just go and wrap it up, man. We appreciate you.
Dang,
put your hands down. No.
We can't dab.
We can't dab
We have
either.
one more segment.
Hookah,
We got 2 more segments.
Oh, there's 2 more segments.
2 more.
Oh, you
2 of the
talking?
most important.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I know. Hey, I know. You know what you're talking about.
Mm.
White shit.
Things that white people do, because y'all do a lot.
White people be doing a lot of
Okay,
shit.
y'all be doing a
They be
lot.
doing too much and sometimes not enough.
Not enough most of the time.
Usually.
What's going on in white shit? What you got?
Man, you ain't gonna believe this.
What happened?
So you remember Malcolm X?
Fondly.
I don't know what
I
that's
think I've heard
about.
of him.
But so Malcolm X's alleged killers, Muhammad Aziz and Khalil Islam. How about that? They both spent about 20 years each for assassinating Malcolm X back in the 60s.
Right.
Yeah.
And back then. And it was found that they were wrongfully convicted of assassinating him, and they were exonerated following an investigation.
They let them white niggas out.
What?
They let them white people out of jail that done killed Malcolm X.
You hear me? I said Muhammad Aziz and Khalil Islam.
I mean, yeah, I don't know any white people with those names, but
They were white. I mean, they were black.
They were black.
So you mean 2 black men were sentenced 20 years ago for killing Malcolm X, and they were just acquitted?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Let me tell you, that's how I know the system's racist. Cause ain't no way in hell no niggas killed Malcolm X.
So the news is, so the white shit is, that wasn't the white shit.
Oh, okay.
The white shit is, they would have been likely acquitted had they gotten the evidence, this particular evidence, from the FBI and NYPD who were withholding evidence at the time. Yeah. So with that, Malcolm X's daughter is definitely suing the FBI, the CIA, and NYPD for withholding evidence for $100 million.
Yeah, and give her the fucking money.
Yeah.
And pay them brothers too. I hope they get a check.
I think they're getting like $26 million.
20 years in jail, you get this worth $26 million.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, give them the money, but I'm just like, it's crazy that you can put a price tag on someone's life. Years gone.
It's crazy.
Years. You need to pay me yearly for every year. I need $26 million a year.
That's true.
For the next 20 years. Oh my gosh. Why
Prison?
brothers is free?
Prison, bro? For 20 years?
Prison.
Heavy, man.
And it was in the old school prison.
Exactly.
Oof.
Yeah.
You know, that new prison, I hear it's nice.
I hear it's not bad.
That's what I heard.
mean, not bad.
I mean, segregation.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Do you think they had Jim Crow in prison?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They were the guards.
Damn.
Guard. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I hope she wins.
Yeah.
Look, stay safe, girl. Coming out the CIA, be careful.
Right.
Okay.
They're listening always.
Okay.
Watch her. Somebody pray for that girl.
Hey,
Protect her. And our last segment of the day, you're going to be able to participate in this one, by the way.
Okay.
It's called Let It Burn.
Yes. This particular segment is where we release something that's been bothering us, something that we just need to get off our chest. We throw it into the fire and we let it burn.
Yeah. Something that's been, we let something metaphorically burn, obviously. Something that's been preventing our progress, blocking our blessings, and limiting our lives.
Amen. It's a word every time I hear it.
Every time. That's what I say. You know what you letting burn this week?
I do.
Oh, wonderful.
You want me to go first? All right. This one I'm letting burn. I'm letting burn this week niggas that text you what you doing at 10 p.m. Don't text me what I'm doing at 10 p.m., after 10 p.m. Because, nigga, I'm trying to go to sleep.
Right.
I'm in bed. Like, what do you think I'm fucking doing? Crochet? Like, no. And if you want to fuck, just say that.
That's what I was about to, okay. That's what I was about to finish.
But say that earlier so I can plan.
So
Don't
earlier.
text me last minute. Okay? Because I don't know what you've heard, but this takes preparation. Okay? This ain't spontaneous.
That makes sense.
Okay? It's just not how it works. Don't what you doing.
So don't text you at all.
Don't text me at 10 p.m.
Okay.
You gotta text me at 6 p.m. I'm trying to come fuck at 10 p.m.
What about 9:45?
If I like you.
That's fair.
And I don't like most of y'all.
Yeah, that's true point.
Ain't none of y'all that okay. Oh, there's a few select people that can text that got that 9:45 p.m. D. Okay, that's an elite.
It's elite D.
Elite D. 9:45. Hey, that's that you can text me at midnight. That's that you got a specific ringtone when you wake up out your sleep. Hold on. I'm sick of it. The fuck I'm doing at 10 p.m. Resting. I'm 35. I'm exhausted. All right, what y'all in burn?
You know what you letting burn, Drew?
Yeah, man, I'm letting imposter syndrome burn, bro.
Come on now.
You know,
Talk about it.
It's the killer. It's the killer of many men and advancement.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? feeling like you don't belong somewhere in a place, knowing damn well you did the work,
Okay.
and got the skills, and it's a killer for confidence, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like confidence, bro.
Listen.
I walk in. 90% of the work is confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like,
For sure.
just walk in like you know what you're doing, because I've learned around a lot of these folk. I ain't gonna say the clip people.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Come on, the Clippers.
they just hella confident, but really like skills ain't there.
Oh, we work with them. We know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you work any job.
Yeah.
So if they can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we're gonna burn that shit.
All right,
Let's smoke that.
Let it burn.
What you got, Jamie?
Worrying. I ain't gonna say about work. Just be worrying.
Stop worrying.
You know what I mean? Just letting that burn. Just because whether it be caretaking my dad or work or the lack thereof, paid work. Because I've been working.
Hello.
Just niggas ain't paying. So working or what else? Or worrying about how I'm gonna become this all-star award-winning actor, etc., or director, and or writer.
Hyphen.
Just worried about the time, because that's not my job. That's God's job to make things happen. I just got to be in the right place, have the right confidence, like you mentioned, and that's pretty much it. So I'm letting worrying burn because can't do nothing with it.
Last but not least, we got to let it burn for the podcast because this podcast is lit. Thank you so much to people for tuning into another episode of the Audacity Podcast. You can find us at the Audacity, Jme and Warren on IG, the Audacity Podcast on Twitter, the Audacity Podcast on Facebook, on YouTube. You can find me my personal handle, Uncle Twirl. Where can they find you, Jamie?
They can find me at Say Less, Jamie M.E.
Yes. And if you want to reach out to you, Dre, where can the people find you?
You can find me on IG at Andre in Action, spelled just how it sounds.
And if you can't spell, ask a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, while you're watching this, you need to read. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning into another episode. The Audacity. Until the future.
Bye. That was my you.
I like that.
That was my you.
You were so good. Did you have fun?
Yeah, I did, man. I got a pee though. I had to be real bad.